What is up, guys? My name is Zach. Hope you're all having a fantastic day and welcome to the day 165 recap of the 2016-2017 NBA season, where we talk about everything that went on in the NBA from the previous day. That being said, let's just hop right into it. So as I'm sure by now, you have all probably heard the latest Lavar Ball saga. But in case you didn't this time, it was regarding his son's teammates back at UCLA. When Lavar Ball said that basically UCLA had no chance of winning the championship because they had 3 white guys in their starting lineup, which off the rip is one of the most ignorant and racist things you could possibly say. And if this was another attempt of his of promoting his brand or promoting his son, then he's not doing a very good job, because saying stuff like white guys can't hoop is not gonna get your son many friends, nor is it gonna help you sell your merchandise. And then later on that day, I went on Twitter and saw this picture. Gordon Hayward waiting to play Lonzo Ball next year. You know, it's funny. I can't wait to see Hayward go against Lonzo next year, but he's gonna have to get in line because Lavar is painting a target on his son's back for a lot of players in the league. And I guess Hayward just wasn't that patient. He wasted no time whatsoever sending a message. Now, he never came out and said, yeah, you know, this is because of what Lavar said, nor do I think if you asked him, he will admit to it, but Hayward gave the best performance of his career last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, in which he dropped a career high 39 points on 14 of 22 shooting from the field. Hayward was out there looking for blood, but according to Lavar Ball, you know, he's white, so he still can't hoop. But that's going to lead us to the question of the day. Do you think Hayward was motivated last night by what Lavar said? Or do you think that it was just a coincidence that he scored his career high? I for sure think he was motivated. You know, if that was me out there and someone said something that offended me or said that I couldn't hoop on the basketball court and I had a chance to prove them wrong, you best to believe that I will be out there getting all kinds of buckets just like Hayward was last night. Leave your answers to the question down in the comment section below, but now let's take a look at what some of you said from yesterday's video. So yesterday, when news broke that Ben Simmons has reportedly grown 2 inches since being drafted and is now basically 7 feet tall, I asked you what your initial reaction was. This is proof that positionless basketball has arrived. We're seeing guys that are 6'4", 6'5" play small forward, 7-footers running the point, and teams going super small at points. This is going to be fun to see. For all we know, we could see guys at IT's height become lockdown defenders and shot blockers. I can't wait to see the day where there is a 5'9" player that's considered a shot blocker. It's pretty nice to think about a 7-foot point guard, because the game is evolving and the big is evolving as well. A 7-foot point guard is just what we needed to reinvent the position. Would be nice to see Josh Jackson, Embiid, and Simmons in the same team. A 7-foot point guard, the Flash at small forward, and the process himself doing his thing on the court. I think he will play the same role as Giannis Antetokounmpo has on the Bucks. An all-around player, good passer, freak athleticism, and size. But he will probably stay as a forward because Philadelphia needs some good guards, and there will be some in this draft. The draft is interesting because Markelle Fultz is heavily rumored to be like interest for the Sixers, and of course who wouldn't want Markelle Fultz, but the Sixers also do need help on the wings, and that player could be Josh Jackson. The thing about Philly is they could own a top 3 and a top 5 pick this year, as they do have the rights to the Lakers pick as long as that pick is not number 1, 2, or 3 in the draft. So they could potentially get both Josh Jackson as well as Markelle Fultz, which would be extremely scary. That's gonna wrap it up for that portion of the video though. Now let's hop into the games from last night. You guys already know pretty much what went down in this one, so I thought that I'd get it out the way first. Gordon Hayward goes off for a career high 39 points, including hitting 4 of his 5 3-point attempts. Joe Johnson has himself a game off the bench with 22, and you already know that he's a 3-point marksman too, as he also hit 4 of his 5 3-point attempts. And the Jazz rallied from 11 down to beat the Wolves 120-113. Ricky Rubio had 26 points and 12 assists. Wiggins scored 25, and Towns had 32 points and 13 rebounds from Minnesota. One night after beating the 2nd-seeded Celtics, the Hawks found themselves up against the number 1-seeded Cavaliers. And with the win in this one, the Cavs could come 1 game closer to clinching the number 1 spot as well, since they only need 2 more wins to do so. But the Hawks once again pull off an upset victory. 114-100 was the final score, and Mike Dunleavy decided he'd try to make the Cavs regret trading him, as he delivered 20 points in 20 minutes, including hitting 4 of his 5 triple attempts, while Hardaway also scored 22. LeBron James had 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists for Cleveland. A very rough night from the field for Russell Westbrook yesterday. Started off missing his first 11 field goal attempts against a team in which he had been pretty dominant in his previous 3 meetings this year. I believe he averaged something like 40 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists against the Suns prior to this game. Well, yesterday, like I said, he missed his first 11 shots from the field and finished with 23 points on 6 of 25 shooting to go along with 12 rebounds and 8 assists. So no historic 40-second triple-double for him last night, but it is official. Even if he doesn't get another point, rebound, or assist in the Thunder's remaining 3 games, he will still become the second player to ever average a triple-double this season officially. But the Suns got the win 120-99. Devin Booker exploded in the second half and finished the game with 37 points, while TJ Warren also delivered a great performance with 23 points and 16 rebounds. The Heat might have just dug their own grave last night in terms of the odds of landing the 8th seed. It's still definitely possible, but after the 96-94 loss to Toronto, it'll be a stretch as they are now a full game out of the 8th seed with only 3 games left in their season. As for the Raptors, DeMar DeRozan has officially broken Vince Carter's franchise record for most 30-point games in a single season, as DeRozan delivered his 31st 30-point game with 38 points and 6 rebounds, while Lowry had 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists in his second game back. James Johnson had 22 for Miami. 79 games. That's how long it took for Stan Van Gundy to realize Bojan Marjanovic cannot be stopped. Houston simply couldn't find an answer for the big man last night as he scored a career high 27 points and grabbed 12 rebounds off the bench, while Henry Ellenson, the Pistons' first-round draft pick last year, actually got the start after really only appearing in garbage time in all of their previous games. He had 15 points and 11 rebounds, and Stanley Johnson also got significant minutes for a change too, scoring 13 points, including hitting the biggest shot of the night with 25 seconds left to go in the game. He also had 4 rebounds and 4 assists. James Harden did have a near triple-double for Houston though, with 33 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds, but Detroit gets the win 114-109. No Kawhi Leonard, no Tony Parker, no Manu Ginobili, no Paul Gasol, no LaMarcus Aldridge, no problem, as Greg Popovich has already proven that he could probably lead an AAU team to the NBA playoffs, and the Spurs still get the 102-89 win over Dallas. Davis Bertans, who has actually had a few nice games this season for San Antonio, had 19 points, but it was undrafted rookie Brian Forbes who stole the show last night as he went off for a career high 27 points and also had 6 assists. I'm not quite sure where the Spurs find these players, and Dwight Powell had 12 off the bench for the Mavs. They won't give up. These Nuggets are determined to get that 8th seed still, even though the odds are extremely stacked against them. Except the odds kind of favored them last night actually, as DeMarcus Cousins was forced to sit this one out due to a sore Achilles. And without having to deal with both Davis and Cousins, the Nuggets were able to easily get the 122-106 win. Jokic did his usual thing with 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists, but Jamal Murray looked like he was playing in the Rising Stars Challenge again, as he scored 30 points on the night and also had 5 assists and 4 rebounds as well. He's gonna be a terrific scorer in this league. Anthony Davis scored 25 for New Orleans. Carmelo Anthony and Porzingis both set this one out for New York, and I wouldn't be surprised actually if Porzingis was actually done for the season, as he's been dealing with a bunch of nagging injuries. And the Knicks come one step closer to getting a solid draft pick in the draft with a 101-88 loss to Memphis. As for the Grizzlies, winning or losing at this point really doesn't make much of a difference since they're basically locked to be the 7th seed out west. Mike Conley though, still on his scoring tear in his first game back since busting his eyelid open a couple of games ago. He had 31, including hitting 7 triples, and Gasol had 16 points and 10 rebounds. Courtney Lee scored 16 for the Knicks. The Lakers starting to look like the team that back in the first 20 games had us all fooled that they could actually make the playoffs this year. With the 98-94 win over Sacramento, that makes it 3 in a row for them, which might not be a good thing since they could end up playing themselves out of a first-round draft pick this year. Oh well, I guess. Julius Randle was the high scorer for LA last night with 25, while D'Angelo Russell returned after sitting out the previous game and had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Buddy Hield continues to play much better since the trade though, as he had 17 points, and Scala Bicieri has also proven that he could be a solid player in the league with 19 for the Kings. And that about wraps up all the action for the day 165 recap of the 2016-2017 NBA season, and now let's get into the player of the day. Yesterday, you guys selected Jimmy Butler in his 19 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds as your player of the day, and here are today's nominees. You have Gordon Hayward in his 39 points and 5 assists, Devin Booker and his 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. DeMar DeRozan and his 38 points and 6 rebounds. Brian Forbes and his 27 points and 6 assists. Bojan Marjanovic and his 27 points and 12 rebounds. Jamal Murray and his 30 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Or Mike Conley and his 31 points and 6 assists. As always, you guys can go vote for the player of the day right now by following the straw poll link down in the description box below. But other than that, thank you once again for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already for more daily NBA videos. Until next time, keep getting the Bucks, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!